Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome along to Miss Kylie Minogue's press conference before our one-off show this evening at the Hammersmith Apollo. Just a couple of pointers before she comes out. If the usual stuff of, can you turn off your mobile phones? And also, if you have a question, can you make it really obvious that you have one, and someone will come across to you with a microphone so that she can hear the correct question that you have for her. So if I can make sure you have all your mobile phones switched off now, we shall waste no more time and bring the lady of the night out. Please welcome Miss Kylie Minogue. Who today is acting as newsreader behind her own very personal.
It's very news desk, isn't it?
Today's news. Well, can I ask first question just to get things on the go?
Well, firstly, I'd just like to welcome everybody because I saw the leaflets with all of the countries that are represented here, and I feel really honoured that you've all made the trip. So welcome and thank you for coming.
First off, about the show tonight, how much preparation has gone into tonight? Because your shows are renowned for being, a massive entertainment extravaganza. So how much work has gone into tonight?
Plenty. About 6 weeks, I'd say. I think before we had our production rehearsals, which is the band, dancers, technical run-throughs. The band had been rehearsing for about 5 weeks, dancers for just over 3 weeks, and me whenever I could. So I'm the last bit. So it's been pretty intense. I'm trying to look really calm, but actually it has been quite an intense few weeks leading up to today. And
on the last tour, especially, you did quite a few of the older songs, but you reworked them to fit in with the kind of musical style of the last album.
Yeah.
Have we got a few oldies tonight as well?
There's a few oldies, not very oldies though. Yeah. We're stepping marginally back in time. It was quite. It's always difficult choosing. For a start, choosing which new songs to perform from the album, and then what's going to work with the old ones. But yeah, there's a couple of surprises in store, and then there's a couple of real train spotter surprises, which I'm sure I'll be reading about on the internet.
Okay, last question from me. The new album, Body Language.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of sort of you take some risks when you come out with new material because you like to sort of challenge yourself and go in new directions and things. What tell us about this album and kind of what direction you've taken?
I think we've followed on from where Fever finished so successfully. It's still electro, but I think we've softened it. We've made it the album have a little bit more depth, and there's a bit more funk. There's a lot of early to mid 80s references, and I think the biggest difference for me was the vocal deliveries. I had a lot of fun experimenting with my voice, and I have to say it was pretty easy to make. And that album's never without its hiccups, and this one certainly wasn't. But I think with my relationship with Parlophone, EMI, from On a Night Like This to Fever to Body Language, you can clearly see where we started and how we got to where we are now.
Okay, I'll let some other people ask questions now. But we've heard all the rumours about babies, engagements, all that kind of thing. So we'll put that all aside. And who's got the first question, please?
Yes.
Raise your hand and tell us who you are, please.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Stand up.
I'm Peter from Sweden.
Hi, Peter.
And I'm syndicated.
Okay.
Yeah. You've been doing this for ages.
Mm-hmm.
So what motivates you these days?
Lots of things motivate me. Since today is a live performance day, I'd have to say this is where it all makes sense. All the promotion and all the behind-the-scenes work that you do and all the bits that are not that enjoyable. So I'd have to say my audience and doing live shows and I've never thought at any stage, even when I wasn't doing that well, I never thought that's it. I think there's just more to be done. So, and it's a career where I consider myself very lucky to keep being given the opportunities to try different things. So that, no, there's no shortage of inspiration or motivation.
Thank you, Peter. Who's got the next question? Gentleman there with the hat on? Or the one there without the hat?
Yeah.
Okay, Kylie, Steve Coleman, Emirates Radio 2 Dubai. Understand you're in Dubai recently. Will you be coming back to see us?
No, I wasn't in Dubai.
You weren't?
No.
Okay. The other one I'd like to ask, the Rugby World Cup.
Aussie!
Okay. I was going to ask your allegiance, because obviously you have the Australian, but there's the English connection because you've been living here a bit.
Yeah.
And now there's the French connection.
I know, I'm really in a pickle, aren't I? I actually had to pull myself away from the TV this morning because I was screaming too much and I thought I would lose my voice. Sorry, show's cancelled. She was watching the rugby. I will cross that bridge tomorrow and then the next week, is it? So, yeah, okay.
Okay, next question. Lady here.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm from Nana. I'm from the Danish Youth Television, and I would like to ask you if you should say one particular thing that you think that is most important to have if you want to become famous and be famous.
To become famous and to be famous?
It's the most important thing to have.
To have your feet on the ground, I would imagine, and have good people around you. Which I think I have both of those things. And I didn't get into this industry to become famous. I really thought it was the job that I would do. I thought I was going to be an actress and did that for a while and never expected to be a singer as I am today. You're welcome.
Oh, go on, we'll start here. This gentleman here with the orange shirt on.
I'm Ante Monescu from Romania for Highlight Magazine.
Hi.
I know that you have been in Romania, in Brașov, in '93.
Yeah.
Will you ever come back?
I hope so.
Okay.
I actually had a wonderful time there.
Yeah, what did you like best in Romania?
The people were so welcoming, and I was there for a weekend. And I remember I didn't know what to expect, but I had a really, really good time, genuinely.
Will this be a world tour for promoting body language? And which countries will be?
Yes. Yes, that's a good question. So, where's my manager? We were considering doing a tour say May next year, and I just didn't think we'd be ready in time, so we didn't even say the word tour, we just went, because it made me so nervous. But I would like to tour later next year.
I see.
And go to as many places as I can, obviously.
I see. And the last question is, if you would like to describe yourself in a few words, maybe one, what it will be?
You give them an inch.
Or that a few.
Or a few. Well, even a few is difficult.
I know.
Okay. Thanks. I know I'll say the wrong thing. Changeable. Chameleon.
I see.
That's
Thank
good,
you so
thank
much.
you. Okay, this gentleman's been stood up for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, hi, in the hat.
Hi.
You're on.
Who are you and where are you from?
I'm Frode. I'm from BT, Denmark. You keep looking wonderful. How do you keep fit?
I have a team of professionals the other side of this wall. I keep them chained. I do normally, well, for the most part, love what I do. And I think that, well, actually, you don't see me when I'm not that happy, and I don't look that good then, I have to tell you. I don't know, I think in the last probably 5 years, I've really become more and more comfortable with myself, and I'm feeling particularly content right now, and I just think it makes a difference, it shows. I finally learnt how to dress.
Yeah, but I mean, the rest of us have to think about everything we eat, and so are you?
No, I don't diet. I've never been on any diets. I actually have to make sure I do eat at times like this because get quite stressed and anxious and busy and. But I love a good meal. You'd be surprised. Some people are shocked at the table with me. I will order the biggest steak there is. Yeah. So no secrets, just moderation.
And can I ask when will we see you in Denmark?
I don't know, but I'm #1 there at the moment, so thank you.
Thank you. A gentleman over there waving around furiously.
My name is George, I'm from Greece.
Hi,
I have
George.
2 questions, as all the other colleagues. The first question is are there any negative elements of being a global pop icon? And the second question is, I know everyone wants you to be there, but I mean, we have the Olympics. Do you plan anything during the Olympics?
After Sydney?
Yes, but how can I top what I did last time?
It can be better every time.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to perform at your Olympics, but I will be watching.
Athens.
Who knows?
What about the first question? Are there any?
What are the drawbacks?
Yeah.
I always feel slightly uncomfortable talking about the drawbacks of this job, although there most definitely are some. As I mentioned before, I feel pretty fortunate to do what I do and have new opportunities and meet lots of people and do exciting things and get a lot of reward, personal reward, and also be able to see that people are being made happy or entertained. And all of that always makes up for any of the drawbacks. So
One drawback, even one.
just one. There's a lot of you, sorry, and I tend to waffle on. It's just a loss of privacy or the pure invention that sometimes happens.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. The gentleman right there with the beard, yeah, at the end. Stand up and speak loudly, we'll hear you.
Hi Kylie, it's Joe from the Daily Star.
Hi, Joe.
How you doing? Is Olivier coming tonight? And if not, why not? And has he wished you luck?
If not, why not? You're really jumping to conclusions there, Mr. from the Daily Star. Yes, of course he's coming.
Okay, lady
What
in the
people
front row.
normally do.
Lady in the front row there. Yeah.
Hi, I'm from TV of Chile. I want to ask you about your tour. Are you going to Latin America? What do you know about Latin American music? And if you're interested in... It's the same. And if you're interested in the music of there.
I know this looks like a news desk, but I'm not actually a news reporter. I would love to go, and I don't really know how well you know me there, so I'm always thrilled to hear that Latin America is a market. I've never been there to work, but I would probably answer a lot of you in the same way and say I'd love to visit your country. There's not enough hours in the day or days in the year, so I'll do my best.
Okay, and
Thank
another
you.
question. I've read that you said that female artists are showing too much skin. That means that you are going to be more dressed.
What are the holes for? Huh? Uh-huh. What do you think I should do? See? See? Well, I am as I am, and I just... Well, I can't remember what I said, but the quote keeps kind of changing everywhere it gets written. And it's nothing against what anyone else is doing. I don't regret any of the videos that I've made or any photo shoots that I've done. It was just a personal feeling, and to be honest, if I was never asked about it, I don't think you would notice the difference. It's a very subtle change, and I didn't fancy repeating myself. So.
There's a lot of you in the room, so can we try and keep it to one question? I know it's hard, but we have to try and get through as many as possible.
You need a stick, Edith, don't you?
Hi, my name is Christian. I'm from Danish TV 2.
Hi.
One thing is the music, but how important is it for you to engage yourself in social and or political issues?
Certainly social issues. Just joined the NSPCC as the Children's Ambassador, which is a role I take very seriously, and I'm looking forward to doing a lot of work with them. Similarly, in Australia, I've worked with Kids Helpline, 24-hour free phone counselling service. And there's endless requests and things that I do for different charities, and it's very hard to say no to any of them. So I wouldn't say politically, but certainly socially.
Thank you. Helena got me there. Yeah. Stand up. Who are you? Where are you from?
Hello, my name is Pavel. I'm from Czech Republic, Prague.
Hi.
Your new album called Body Language doesn't mean that body language is for you more important than your voice, your music?
I don't. Well, I've come to the realization you can't really have one or the other, or at least I can't. If I started my career differently and was a different performer, perhaps. But when I thought of Body Language as the title for the album, I did raise my hand and just check with everyone, do we think this is right? And then I thought, that's like having to justify who I am and the body that I'm in, and I can't separate myself from it. So it's a way of embracing every aspect of who I am and how I communicate with my audience. Welcome.
Thank you. Gentleman in the front row in the red. Oh.
Hello.
Yes, hello. I'm Mikko with Channel 4 Finland. When you look at your older videos from the 80s, how do you feel and which one makes you laugh the most?
I like how you say which one makes me laugh the most, not are there any that make you laugh. Well, there's a few. And if I could go through all of your photo albums from 1988, we could all have a good laugh. Well, especially for you is pretty funny. And Got to Be Certain wasn't that certain at all. I could keep going if you want me to. But it's long enough now that mostly I look at them and I might wince slightly, but it's okay.
Thank you. Gentleman at the back with the cruise.
This is Sky News.
Sky News, yes. Do you think I could get employment with you? Really, it feels great behind here.
You can have my job. 16 years in the business. If in the future Madonna is going to be known as or remembered as the queen of pop, how do you think you'll be remembered?
Oh, thanks. I don't mind it when they write Princess of Pop. I don't shun that. I'm very flattered by it.
Okay, gentleman here.
Hi, my name is Seder Svensson. I'm from Norwegian magazine Pan. Hi. I would like to ask you, how was it working on a follow-up to a huge success like Fever? Did you feel some pressure surrounding the whole process?
Not so much, to be honest. My record company certainly didn't pressure me, which was the best thing they could have done. And this is all still slightly surreal to me, that this is the international launch of my album, because we'd hoped to get an album out before Christmas this year. And then as things progressed, it was looking somewhat unlikely. So we said, okay, let's not worry about it, push it back till next year, everyone can breathe and relax. And then it turned out we all started to the single Slow really grew upon us all. And so he said, we'll put it out this year. So the recording and the making of everything to do with the album happened very swiftly. And I wasn't really that aware of, I'd say I just wasn't aware of any pressure put on me to make the album more successful or better than Fever. Because it really, aside from a month off over Christmas, we just started again. And I love being in the studio, and it was just a pleasure to be working on new material.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, lady in the second row here.
Hi Kylie, this
Hello.
is Julia from Austria.
Hi.
Is it true that Madonna has written a song for the album and you dismissed her?
No.
No, I read that. And how do you deal with Rivalry? I mean, because it's Britney Spears releasing it the same day?
No.
17th?
Oh, her album?
No, I mean, how do you deal with Rivalry? Her album is out on the same day like yours?
Well, there's a lot of people's... There's rivalry of all sorts in the charts, and I actually wouldn't term it that way, I just call it competition.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually really enjoyed it the past few weeks when Black Eyed Peas were just stayed there, because the chart can become fairly predictable. I mean, it's never assured, but it seemed like for a few years there weren't that many upsets in the charts. So, of course, on the week of release, I do always get a little bit nervous and just hope that I can do the best that I can do.
Good bit of healthy competition.
Yeah.
Okay, lady here.
Hello, Kylie. My name is Romi, and I come from Estonia, from the Estonian daily newspaper. Can you name 3 persons in the world who have influenced your career the most during your life?
Olivia Newton-John is the first one that comes to mind. When I was 9 years old and wanted to be in those skin-tight black leggings and top and all of that. Madonna, moving on a little bit, probably to when I was 14. And who else? I was about to say Prince. I was a huge Prince fan as a teenager. I mean, I've had a lot of influences. I love all of the Hollywood icons, beautiful 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, starlets and that type of thing. Anne Margaret, I would have loved to be around in the 50s and have to do what they did, which is a little bit of everything. Singing, dancing, tap, comedy, slapstick, drama, the works.
Thank you.
Hi Kylie, my name is Yegor, I'm coming from Latvia, and my question is, could you please compare the environment in pop music, which was 15 years ago when you started, and right now? So maybe what has changed for you as an artist? Which things changed and what was constant in the environment?
For me at that time, I really didn't have an understanding of the industry, and I was part of a great, very well-oiled machine known as the Hit Factory, PWL. So I wasn't that aware of the environment that I was in. I just turned up to work and did my job, and as years went by, I became more and more interested. Obviously, today is with pop idols and whatever else they're called. That's different to 15 years ago, but then Stockache and Waterman was probably not entirely dissimilar to a pop idol setup then. They really could pluck anyone from the streets, which they did. They've got a lot of people who had one hit with Stockache and Waterman and just mould them for a quick success. I guess in general it's very pop heavy these days, and it probably wasn't so much. When I started, it was more dance and rock, I think.
But do you feel it's easier for you right now than it was 15 years ago?
That it's easier for me? I don't know. I always think 2 ways about that. Yes, it's easier because people know my name and I don't have to be out there doing a song and dance just to get noticed. I have the notice and recognition, but then you still have to prove yourself, and I think you have to prove yourself more and more so as each song or each album comes out. So it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, I'd say. It's definitely a lot more enjoyable for me, even though sometimes it is more difficult because I have that much more involvement.
Thank you.
Patricia from Spain.
Hi.
I am not asking you when are you coming to our country because you're already
I was
been.
just there.
Why did you choose Malaga?
State-of-the-art recording equipment, but a great chef. Anita, the chef, would come into the kitchen in the morning and buzz around like a wasp and just feed us. So I was kept very, very happy. And for the video, it was the director's choice to find an appropriate. He found that location. Thank you. Gentleman here. I actually can't remember why we initially chose Brigitte Bardot as possibly the strongest of our references. I worked with some great images, and everyone has stemmed from there. But it's having done more research into her. She really was. I mean, I just tended to think of Phoebe as she's a sex pot, isn't she? Pressure, and as I was saying to the gentleman before, you hate to say, oh, I'm tired and this is hard and that's hard, because I try to have the glass half full. But it is funny when you're doing promotion, which promotion is probably the most grueling aspect of the job. You pass all these other performers, pop stars, singers, bands, and everyone just looks as tired as everyone else. So you kind of, it's like that cartoon, Morning Ralph, morning, everyone's just crossing paths, and they all look as exhausted as you feel. So I don't know what's I didn't see the interview, but when I was her age, I was finding some things pretty difficult as well. I think we forget she's 21 years old. Any advice for her? It seems like she's got her family around her, and that's where I turned when things were getting difficult for me. And I think that's, if you have that, you'll be fine.
Okay, gentleman there.
Hello, Kylie. I'm from Mexico City. I'm Danielle.
Hi.
I'm going to ask you two questions here.
Oh, you know.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
How do you see Kylie, the artist, in 14 years, when you're going to be 50? Like the artist and the person. You're going to still in the music...
I'm going to be what?
Sorry. I'm sorry. How do you see... you're going to still be a singer and an actress?
I honestly don't know. I really... It's. You've changed the question to 15 years. Normally it's 10. Ever since I started, I've had that... Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? And I could still be doing this. I might have... You might not want me to do this in 10 years' time. There's so many factors that... Who knows?
And the person, you're going to be married with children, do you think you're going to be in house?
Well, I hope I'll be in a house. Yeah. If things go terribly wrong, I'd like being in a tent sometimes, camping, but...
And when you go to
I think
Mexico?
I'll have all my belongings in a shopping trolley and be going down the road.
When you go to Mexico City?
No, I have, I don't know about the future, marriage, children, all of that. And of course I'm asked that all the time, but we'll see about that as well. But I have joked with my friends that if and when I become a grandmother, I'll probably fairly frequently annoy the grandchildren and start performing, and then they'll all say, Nana, no, we've seen that one. Come on, I just wanted to...
Okay, this gentleman here's been